My primary reason for going to Croatia was for some dental surgery, but this particular episode is all my other stuff. Misadventures in Croatia. Croatia used to be part of Yugoslavia, but now it's independent, and it's only been independent since 1991.
Did I just leave a camera on the flight? Yes, I did. But I remembered just in time because I'm a genius. There's my little room, which is lovely. And here we have sparkling Croatia.
My plan was to visit the seaside whilst in Croatia, and it's raining. More lightning. I wasn't even going to bring a raincoat. I'm glad I did. I'm going to go and find the beach. So I made it to Opatica, which is on the coastline up towards the north in Croatia, the other end of the country from Split, and it's very nice. It's very quaint, and it's raining. But I'm going to get out and walk around the marina. This is my first time putting my finger into the Mediterranean for about 40 years. Even when the silly COVID-19 thing lifts, England's going to be devastated. A lot of people died, and then right on top of that, we've got stupid Brexit. So, honestly, I'm not going to get any work. I could struggle and try, but I think I'd be just wasting my time. The lady said we're quite an expensive marina, and they are actually a little bit cheaper than what I pay right now in Bray. And there's boats the same size. That's the same size as mine. That's a little bit bigger. That's a lot bigger. And they have no problem with anyone living on board. I know people are always bitching about Airbnb and stuff, but I love it. I get into town, I don't know where I'm going to stay, or even if I'm going to stay. I don't want the hassle of a hotel, so I just go on Airbnb, and a minute later I've got a room, and it's just over there somewhere. Congrats, I'm confirmed. The path from my car to my room is kind of funny. Now we have an experiment to see if my camera is waterproof and whether I can swim. I used to be a good swimmer, but I'm way out of practice. I did a really stupid thing. I dropped the camera. I didn't exactly drop it. I placed it on the bottom, hoping it would be a nice shot of me swimming over it. Swam over it, turned back, couldn't find the camera. So I've had to go about 8 kilometers up the coast to buy some goggles to go back and retrieve the camera. And it's unusual that a rock on the bottom of the ocean that's been there for 1,000 years moved just when I put a camera on it. But it did. I'm trying to rent one of these. Like, they're little cute electric bikes, which is a fantastic idea. And here's the little station. Here are the instructions. I just kept pushing the buttons, and then eventually one of the bikes just went click, and then came free. So it only took 25 minutes. These hills are really steep, and even on first gear, it just doesn't go up the hill. This might have been a really bad idea, because this is not really an electric bike. It's a pedal assist bike. And I just rode down a massive hill. And there's no way I can ride this bike back up that hill. And oh man. Fuck. This is the stupidest bike idea ever. It's almost impossible to get the bike in the first place. Once you got it, it's almost out of juice. And it was full up. And I'm at the bottom of a fucking hill. What a dumb idea this was. This is probably the worst engineered startup I've ever seen in my life. It's almost impossible to rent them. I mean, the whole rack was full of bikes, so no one's rented these things, and it's quite busy down there. And then there's stations at the top of the hill, and that's downhill a long way, and the bike isn't capable of going back up the hill. So they're just going up with a bunch of bikes left up the bottom and a bunch of pissed off people who have to walk back up the hill, including me. It has a little, probably 250 watt motor at the front, and it ain't doing shit. So that was a workout, I'm telling you. And I mean, I don't mind. It's kind of funny because of this COVID thing, I've literally not done any exercise for 5 months now. I stopped walking because I couldn't be bothered. And so that was a real good workout. I enjoyed the workout. Thanks, Electro Kirk, for the workout, but your bicycle sucks. I would just like to add that riding up that hill, the temperature is 30 degrees centigrade, which is quite a lot of Fahrenheit.
I got so lost on the shore. I wish I were taller. Things really matter to me.
This is the marina in a little town just south of where I was staying, that I'm not even going to try and pronounce. The Croatian language is quite nice to listen to, but it's lots of K's and V's and J's and more V's. And I swear I just went through a little town that was all K's, V's, J's, P's and maybe an I. The original reason I came to Croatia was to get some dental work done, which is going great. It's quite a long, complicated procedure, and I'll talk about that some other time. But it's really nice here. And I don't like the idea of being stuck in the marina in Bray over another winter. That's just silly. You have a boat, you're going to use it. But the water level goes so high that you can't get the boats under the bridge that leads to the marina. So I'm going to move, but I don't know quite where. And I mean, look, it's nice, and everyone's super friendly, and it's cheaper than, way cheaper than England, about half the price. And I mean, just going out and eating is half the price or less. And I like that. So I am strongly considering a big move, which always was the plan. But I think COVID kind of just, I don't know, checked everyone's head for a little while. Just waking up this morning, had a very nice coffee and omelette at the local bar place that I found yesterday that turned into a hotel, which was nice. The walls were a little bit thin, but it was comfortable, and I really just needed to recharge everything. If you're a filmmaker or anything like that and you're traveling, your one big concern is just getting everything charged. It's amazing how much power you use with cameras, phones, computers, drones, whatever. So yeah, just to have like clean AC power as opposed to trying to plug everything into your car. Or I haven't really got that down yet. I need to buy a few more gadgety things to make that happen. But that's good. Anyway, very nice omelette this morning. Today I'm gonna go that way, to the island of K-R-K, and have a look around there. There's some marinas there, there's some caves there, there's some stuff. And then tonight I'm going to drive back to Zagreb, and then dentist in the morning, and then a few more days of dentist. Just light stuff though. We've done all the really like intense hard work. At least I really hope we've done all the intense hard work, because it's fucking traumatic. It really is. I mean, it's basically open mouth surgery. It's like they are doing so much stuff inside your mouth, and it's got to look good, and you're awake during the surgery. So that's and it's right in front of everybody. It's the first thing anyone sees about you. So the work that they're doing has to be magnificent, and it has to not hurt whilst they're doing it, because you're right there looking them in the eye. So I'd not really thought about that before, but man, they did a great job. They're continuously impressed by these people. Super nice, super friendly, super communicative, and it's not fun, but if I get this all done within a few days, then it's like the rest of my life taken care of as far as dentistry is concerned, that's what matters. Right over there is Bakar. It's a little old town, and there's a bunch of port stuff there where they export and import probably coal and mineral stuff. That's what it looks like. That's where I dropped the camera, over there. But I got it back, so yay. Stupid Paynie. Let's get back in the car and go for a little adventure. I really wish flying my little drone wasn't as scary as it is, but every time I fly it, I'm like, I'm never gonna see you again. I mean, I've lost one, and I've had that one actually crash before, so like 2 uncontrollable crashes. I don't know. Today'll be good though, won't it? Yeah, right? And then when I land, I'm like, that was easy, but it's still scary. They've got these very loud bugs here. Oh. He's shy. That's the mainland there, and you go across that bridge, and then you're on Kirk. It looks like there's a little marina down there. It doesn't have any vehicular access, it's just boats, which is kind of cute. It's a cave bear. Apparently they lived all over Europe, but they only lived in caves. And that was 300,000 years ago. And they went extinct 20,000 years ago, right around the last ice age. And they used to live in this cave we're about to go into. It's a pretty big bear. Looks a little upset over there. They like that Croatian music, which is great, but it's kind of funny because the restaurant is somewhat empty apart from me, and yet there's some loud Croatian music playing. It doesn't suck, but it's kind of funny. It's another nice little marina, but this one takes bigger boats, which is a little interesting. And you can moor out there, and then you just get a dinghy in when you want to come ashore. Here's a nice little spot. These are known as Mediterranean berths, where they back in or come in forward, but they're not parked alongside. It's all like neatly stacked up. But it's a specific thing that happens in the Mediterranean. The car I ended up renting is a Mini, and it drives very nicely, but it's fucking irritating because, like, I've stopped, I've taken the seatbelt off, but it's telling me, like, you've got to wear a seatbelt. It's like if I plug this back in, see, it stops, but I've already stopped, and the seatbelt warning comes on. And then here was my funny thing. It doesn't have a real fuel gauge, you know, empty, full. It's got this weird little digital meter thing that you can alter what that tells you by pushing some buttons down there. And whilst I was in that little village over there, I pushed on some buttons and it said range 2 kilometers. And I'm like, I'm at least 15 from the nearest gas station. So I'm like, what the fuck? Nothing warned me that I was running out of fuel. A funny tone came on. Oh. Again, like another little beeping noise because a lady parked next to me. I couldn't even work out how to turn the fucking radio on because everything's controlled by this little button down here and this little thing up here, and it's like you've got to push. It's like it was designed by a 14-year-old on LSD. End of rant. Basically, Croatia along the coast is just marina after marina after marina after marina, and it's great. They're all nice little marinas here, tucked away, and there's always a bar just over there. What is not to love? Today we're going on a little adventure to see some museums. And after a brief 10-minute walk, I'm here at Svetsky Kraljevic station. And just for reference, that train ride took about 20 minutes, it was about 30 kilometers, and it cost about £1.
Vožnja gore.
That was a little bit disappointing. It was still mostly closed because of the COVID, but they didn't charge me anything to look around anyway, so it was okay. This is the sensible way. You combine a sidewalk with a bicycle lane. It's like bicycles go here, people go here. This is a very sensible country. I picked rather a warm day to walk around Zagreb, but there's nice little air-conditioned cafes and shops and things to go into, but I don't know, it's about 90 today, 90 Fahrenheit, 28 Celsius. Warm. This is an amusing little place. It's called the Museum of Broken Relationships. People send them stuff and the relevant story, and they put it on display with the story on the wall next to it. So I'm just going up there to visit the Museum of Mushrooms.
Is deadly. For example, that one Amanita phalloides, which is most deadly mushroom in the world. Yeah, I will show you later. Then we have poisons, which means you will be poisoned if you eat enough, but maybe not die. Maybe some changes in your body or something else. And then you have not tasty, then you have edible, and finally this medicine mushrooms. Yeah.
Medicine.
Yeah. Yeah, medicine.
That was interesting and funny and very typically Croatian, because they showed up here and it looks completely closed. There's no one around. I try and open the door, nothing. And I push this bell and it rings this deep, like ding dong, like way back. And then like 10 seconds later, this man comes to the door and he opens it up and he gives me a tour of the complete museum just for me. Really good, interesting stuff. Oh, no, that's a double. That's a triple, actually.
Yeah, I forgot how to play it.
Oh. that would
We
mean
didn't
it's,
play it for-
That means it's 36 points.
Yeah, okay, I know that, yeah, something's multiplying. by something.
Yeah. I did good. Transportation around here is really easy. It's nice. You just Google where you want to go and it tells you how to get there, and the public transportation takes you there, and it's cheap and easy and clean. It's just nice. But I've had a really good time here. I like Croatia a lot, and I'll be back here soon. I managed to drop my passport and boarding pass somewhere in the departure lounge, and fortunately it got found, picked up and taken to the gate. Apparently I stepped into the first class area of the train, which has got nice sort of pinkish lighting.